What struck me about this interview was Viola's clarity on and articulation of her path to healing.
When did you realize, Viola, that being on stage or acting was the path to healing for you?
Oh, the minute I started doing it.
Damn.
The minute I did the first skit when I was 9 years old, I realized it had the ability to heal me. All the things I couldn't express in my life, if I expressed it on stage, would be celebrated. You can't express that in your real life. Oh, you can, but you risk being shamed.
If I was Oprah, I would have dove headfirst into this comment. Viola is essentially saying acting is a way of expressing herself without opening herself up to the emotional vulnerability of doing so. She always has the plausible deniability of just being an actress. That she's now sharing this tells me she may have moved past it and is now open to emotional vulnerability, but there was no follow up questions from Big O, so can't be sure.
I want to just rip open what it means to be a human being and show it to you in all its ugliness, beauty, contradictions, and complexity. In that way, I think that's what saved my life. That's what healed me. It was my conduit of being able to take all the trauma, all the spew, everything, and feed it through that vacuum of these characters and give it to you.
That part of the interview fascinated me because Viola actually finds healing in exposing the contradictory and often absurd nature of humanity. Her comments are interesting because we're often taught to reject the illogical or contradictory aspects of life. We often rationalize because we are taught that our unorthodox behaviors require rationalization. But sometimes our absurdity is just what it is. It don't make no sense. And maybe every once in a while we can stand to admit it. Another interesting topic Viola touches on is parenthood.
You need a parent.
Yes,
You need a
yes.
guide, that person with sort of that lamp, that
Right.
proverbial lamp that's going to take you down darkened paths and going to teach you something about navigating life. It's the vision of what you want in your life, right? Or the discovery of what you want to do. It's a vision of where you want to end up. But there's this whole part in between of how to get there. That whole journey of someone who gives you that rope, that sword, that, you know, that knife, whatever. That whole in between is what you have to figure out. Well, they say that that's what successful therapy is. That when the day comes when you realize that your parents did the best they could with what
Yeah.
they had.
Indeed, it is. Viola also speaks on what it meant to her to watch her father physically abuse her mother.
So here I was doing the unnatural thing, which is telling a parent to stop doing something that he should not have been doing. And I can't tell you that how much it cost me something. For me, it cost me something to tell a parent to don't do that. You're going to kill my mom.
Viola Davis is 56 years old, talented beyond belief, successful as they come, and universally revered. Yet the burden of having to emerge from her childlike innocence to tell her father what he was doing was not cool is still physically weighing on her. If you got a little person around you, you are shaping them more than you know, and they are watching harder than you think. It would be remiss to review this Netflix special without recognizing some odd moments from Oprah Winfrey.
And
I
there's no
thought I
way.
grew up poor, Viola, until I read your story.
Yeah.
So I will now say, hello, I bow to Poe, okay? I grew up poor. I was not Poe. You were, and you know what? How people say, many people say, I grew up poor and I didn't know it. You all knew it.
It was a hard story to tell because at the same time, my sister Dolores was also called to the office. We were both called because we smelled really bad that day.
Could you
And
smell yourself? Did you know you smelled?
And I don't care what nobody say. Calling Maya Angelou Maya is a flex, and I'm here for it.
Maya used to say, I wouldn't take nothing from my journey now. Maya used to always say, courage is the most important of the virtues because without it, you cannot practice anything.
I ain't mad at you, Big O. I would do it too if I could. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
When you are in the face of compassion and empathy, it's amazing how it kills shame.
Jim,
All courage is fear said with prayers. That I understood that the fear was not going to go away. That, Viola, there is a huge chance that maybe it's not going to land and it's not going to work. But dang on it, it's worth the try.
Jim, I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. I'm gonna let Oprah have the last word because I love how she put this.
Wow. What a wonder. What an incredible life that you have manifested for yourself.
What did y'all think about the Netflix special? Any special moments I missed? Let me know in the comments.